Now that we have used our accounting knowledge to make reasonable assumptions about computing income tax expense benefit when it is missing, we need to combine the firms for which we were able to compute income tax expense with the firms which reported income tax expense using the standard tag. We can combine observations using a union tool. Navigate to the Join menu, grab a union tool, and drag it onto your canvas until it is in front of all of the steps that we completed for Part 2 and Part 3. Combine the outputs from the T output anchor in Step 2, Part 2, with the output anchor from the Formula tool in Step 2, Part 3B, and the Formula tool in Step 2, Part 3D. There are no configurations for a union tool. Instead, the union tool stacks data on top of each other using the common field headings. Annotate the union tool with Step 2, Part 3E. Once you've done that, go ahead and save and run your workflow. Great job! In Step 2, Part 3, you learned how to apply your accounting knowledge with data analytics and made reasonable assumptions to regain otherwise lost information. Depending on how critical firm your observations are, you could go further. For example, you could sum the subcomponents of current and deferred income tax expense before using those subtotals to compute income tax expense benefits. Alternatively, you could allow for more variations in jurisdictional reporting using federal, state, and local subtotals or reports. While this case is helping you learn the skills of making reasonable assumptions related to missing data, you will soon be in charge of making these decisions on your own in a real-world accounting context. When you are replicating such a process in a work environment where there is no step-by-step guide, a useful hint is to take a few minutes to write down the process from an accounting perspective, including maps between the various reporting requirements that sum to major totals, which are important to your analysis. This way, you can identify all relevant possibilities. Consider the challenges and assumptions. Sometimes you can be on thin ice, so it's better to lose observations than make an assumption. And then ensure that your program follows along with the accounting process in a logical order. The time you spend on planning your program will help you avoid costly time and frustration in reworking your programming, and more importantly, avoid skewing your ultimate data set that will be used for other data analytics processes.